Despite a downward trend in opioid-related deaths nationally and across the state, the opioid crisis continues to devastate the Athens community in Athens County.
Headlines like this are not new, nor are they going away, despite them also being paired with recent headlines like
a breaking development as far as overdose deaths in the state of Ohio. Now, we have talked about previously how overdose deaths had declined nationwide, and that seems to be the case here in the state of Ohio.
And
new data from the CDC this week shows a significant drop in drug overdose deaths, down nearly 17% year over year, from approximately 113,000 to just over 94,000.
I'm Haley Richardson, and when I looked into the history of the opioid epidemic in Southeast Ohio, and specifically in Athens County, I found what local groups are doing to uplift their community in the face of this widespread issue. Lauren Denner works as a registered nurse in the nursing department of the Athens City County Health Department. Denner says the rise in fentanyl use poses a new challenge.
I think that we're seeing a lot more use of fentanyl, and that's killing a lot more of our people.
Denner leads the harm reduction clinic at the health department. The clinic opened in 2017 and offers a syringe exchange program, along with resources including fentanyl test strips and rapid HIV and hepatitis C screenings.
We're trying to get people into treatment. We're trying to provide that, trying to provide an avenue to people just to have somebody to talk to.
But Denner says less people have come to the clinic since the COVID-19 pandemic. This, combined with other issues like a lack of transportation in the county, makes it difficult to provide services to those in need.
I think one of the main things that I would like people to get out of the harm reduction clinic is that somebody cares about the person that's coming in.
Rebecca Miller is the executive director of the Community Relations and Engagement for the College of Health Sciences, but she also runs Athens Hope, a nonprofit founded in 2017 dedicated to providing education and resources for those struggling with substance use disorder. Miller says the organization came about as a response to a problem the area was struggling with.
This area has a long history of substance use disorder. I don't want to say it's cultural necessarily, but there's a lot that stems from our history here in this area that substance use disorder has become part of like family structures and that kind of thing to some extent, not generally speaking at all.
For Athens Hope, the community's needs have always and will always come first.
When we first started, we did some focus groups, some like small group conversations with people who were in recovery, and we were asking them like, what would have been helpful to you?
Miller echoed Denner's statement about the evolution of the opioid epidemic.
We found out very quickly that the landscape around substance use disorder changes very fast.
Especially when it comes to fentanyl, rescue drugs like naloxone have changed how the epidemic is dealt with. Naloxone reverses the effects of an opioid overdose and can be injected or used as a nasal spray, which can be easier for family members or non-medically trained people to administer. With the changing landscape, more resources are needed to help fund treatment options. That's where organizations like the 317 board come in.
So part of our job responsibility is also county boards take care of something called the community plan. So a few years ago, we did a community needs assessment in partnership with the Voinovich School. So I think we're always kind of looking at gaps in needs in our different counties.
The Athens Hocking-Vinton Alcohol, Drug Addiction, and Mental Health Services Board, also called the 317 Board, acts as a halfway point between the state's Department of Mental Health and Addiction Services and local communities to facilitate funding and educational resources. Despite not being as hands-on as other organizations, Marissa McDade, Communications and Community Engagement Specialist, says the 317 Board still aims to meet the community's needs however they can.
We're able to kind of go to our consumers of our services, see what they need, and see if we can do anything with that flexible money to expand services or better promote those services.
While the opioid epidemic is an ongoing issue, especially in Southeast Ohio, local organizations are doing all they can to combat the issue and help their communities.